He makes trouble sometimes, and he's kind of funny.
This feeling of people, not just necessarily parents, but just people feeling not alone. Because it deals with some pretty messy things, and it deals with a lot of flaws in what we kind of know as like what family life should look like. And I don't think we've ever really seen the truth of what that is, because there's still so much stigma and shame behind that. So it's really nice for myself, even like even making this movie, I just didn't feel alone. I was like, okay, so I'm not a bad mom. Like other people go through this stuff too, and that's just a good feeling, because we're just so hard on ourselves. It's impossible to play a woman like Marlo and not respect what she's experienced. You know, it's like you have to go on an emotional journey, and a lot of that comes from the physical journey. And I didn't want to do something that felt like just not true to women out there who do this every day. They get pregnant, they gain all this weight, and it's a struggle. And I didn't want to be that actress that just shows up and is like, give me a fat suit. And I guess I wanted to feel as close as I possibly could to what that feels like and empathize with that.
I say that writing this movie was like therapy, because I was able to actually work through something that was happening to me in real time. I had had my third child, and I just hit this wall. Like up until that point, I felt like I had been able to balance work and motherhood decently, and at that point I just went, oh my God, like I'm underwater and I desperately need help. And I just started fantasizing about if I could have any type of help in the world, if I could have somebody come and pull me out of this water, like who would they be and what would they do to help me? And that was where it came from.
We all wonder often enough whether we're at the right point in our own timeline, whether we're too early or too late, whether we have the guidebook to life, and it can feel a little lonely. And wouldn't it be lovely if someone like Tully showed up at your door to let you know that you're doing all right? You know, I think there's just way too much shame about talking about the difficulties of being a parent. We're only supposed to express the fact that it was a blessing, and in a culture where we share almost everything, for some reason we still don't talk about how tough it is to be a parent. And this is a movie that hopefully makes you feel a little less alone.
Well, my character is Sarah, Marlo's 8-year-old daughter. She's wise and smart for her age, but sometimes she feels a bit like she's not getting a lot of her parents' attention because her brother Jonah has some issues, and sometimes that leaves her feeling a bit ignored.
I was really comfortable playing Tully in a weird way. It felt like really warm to play her. I think that's such a testament to Diablo's writing. She writes these really complete, specific characters that are all distinct from one another. They're not all like Diablo Cody's voice. They're Tully's voice and Marlo's voice and Craig's voice. And yeah, that makes it, if you do connect with the character, then you can just sort of slip in and feel at home, and it's not this you know, muscling in to try and figure out how this person works. She creates the whole world for you, and you just need to sort of say her lines. So I loved it.
I played Drew, who's a bit of a clueless dad, as a lot of us are. You know, and Charlize, my wife, is really doing all the heavy lifting herself for all 3 kids. And yeah, and I think he's just one of these dads that really wants to be doing a great job and really thinks he's doing a great job, but it just doesn't see what's not getting done. And yeah, and how you just got to take better care of each other, I think, is the message in this movie, and you got to take better care of yourself.